So we made it all the way from Salt Lake City to Cedar City. Hey guys, welcome to Troy's Garage. My name's Troy, this is my garage. In this video, we're putting the finishing touches on Kermit the Ford. It's a 72 F100 Sport Custom. Let's just roll it. We are doing truck stuff. Let me open this thing up and we'll see what we've got, and then we'll go over how we're doing. We have not one, not two, but three cables for the heating system in here. The cables that go from the controls down to the air dampener dealy bob and the heater stopper make it go or thingy. They need to be replaced. So that's what this is. First things first, get the hood up. Second, get some light so we can see what the crap we're doing. One of those cables comes down to the heater control valve. This turns on and off the flow of the coolant through the heater core, and this is that cable. Goes through the firewall and then back behind the controls. Let's get that one run very first thing. And I just found a spring in here. No idea what that goes to, but I'll set it aside, and if something turns up that needs a screw, figure it out. There it is, and then I'll forget it's there and it'll be on the highway somewhere, so that's cool. So the 43-1250, I believe that's the one that goes to that heater control valve. We're gonna start there. And I know that because it has an end that looks like that and another end that looks like that. And I remember that from when I was under there before. Slides nice and easy. I'm still gonna put some AIM extreme duty lubricant down inside there just to make sure everything stays good and lubed for a very long time. Just gonna put a little dribble on the cable itself, let it flow down in there a little bit, actuate it a little bit, and then do the same thing on the other end. Plenty. Nice and smooth. So this part's going to be nearly impossible to record, but the temperature lever is the one that we're working with. I've already disconnected it from lever. I did that last time I was up under here just to make sure that I could get the thing out before we went to replace it. So I have the cable sitting down here. I'm going to kind of crawl up under here and see what I can accomplish. There's something securing the cable somewhere along the firewall because it's disconnected from outside and I can't pull it out or this way. So I got to find probably a little wire nut, something or other up in there holding the cable nut, cable clamp, that's probably. Can't see or feel nothing up there. Hope I don't have to take the heater box out. No idea if you guys can see what's happening up under here either. I actually don't know if there's a way to get this thing to come loose and come out or not. Alright, I gotta get upside down apparently. I gotta get that hose out of the way. The air hose. Oh, that came off easier than I thought it was going to. Hey, see? Yep, little cable clampy thingies. Alright, in this next section, I replaced the cables that run the heater controls. I tried to get good camera angles of that, but it's so hard to record up underneath the dash. It's a tight fit. Just know that you can do this because I did it. The parts are fairly cheap. If you need those parts, just buy them. I'll leave a link down below to where I got my stuff. I believe that all of this stuff came from LMC Truck, but I'll leave links down below to it. And if you have a 72, well, a bump side Ford and need your heater control cables, you'll now know where to get them. It's time to top off the rear differential, and then I've gotten the shocks completely done. There are the front shocks right there. Those are the old ones, obviously. Those right there are the rear ones. You can tell they're completely shot. They don't expand or contract on their own anymore. Those things are out of there. We put brand new ones on. Went with Master Pro Part number for the rear is FD129, and for the front, FD121. I'll leave a link down below so that you can find those on Amazon. Well, let's get the rear differential filled up. Knock some of these things out. I do want to take this thing for a spin. I still have to adjust the choke and do those sorts of things, and to do that, I gotta drive it. What we're using is Mystic JT4 Premium High Performance Lower Gear Unit Lubrication. And I've got this pump that I've used before. Hopefully this works. It's kind of a pain to fill these things with the little nozzle thing that comes with each bottle. And keep my hands where you guys can actually see what's happening. The seal on this rear diff has been sitting for probably been a week. That's how long it's taken me to get back to this. I'm a busy boy, got a lot going on. Well, I'm gonna pump on this thing till I run out of fluid, and then we'll switch to the other bottle. It'll probably take, I'm guessing, 1 3/4 of these bottles. We'll go until we lose some out the top. Put this over here so we can catch it when it happens too. Jeez, is this a never-ending bottle or what? Got a little oil coming out of the hole too. Oh yeah, we're doing that with the next one. That's for sure. Screw that pump thing. It seems to work. Now, how big of a mess can I make? Woo! We are just getting started, folks. Ready, go! Again. I also noticed that right here I've got some extra grease coming out of the U-joint, so I'm just going to wipe some of that off so it doesn't fling around and just make a mess. Ooh, I still have brake lights to fix back there, but not going to worry about that one tonight. I've got to have the garage door open so that I can get to the backside, pull bulbs out, stuff like that, clean everything up. All right. Thinks we're done. As you can see, still got quite a bit of work to do. I'm gonna knock a bunch of that stuff out as quick as I can. I'm seriously running out of time on this. Rig wants his rig back so that he can drive it and enjoy it. He's put a lot of money into this thing. I've put a lot of time into it. We did get the title transferred over. Well, not yet. He's working on that piece of it, but because it's coming from Idaho to Utah, we have to do a VIN check. So I had one of my neighbors is a police officer, Officer Phil. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. He came over, did the VIN check on it, filled out all the paperwork for it, and submitted that. Now we take the physical form down to Department of Motor Vehicles and get the title in Rig's name. So that'll be happening here very soon. As soon as that happens, he'll get license plates for it. He'll call insurance. It'll be covered on insurance. Then we can legally drive it. He'll send me the plates for it. The goal is for him to come up. We'll knock out some of these last items, and then he wants to drive this all the way to St. George. So I'll go with him in a separate vehicle, kind of tailing him and just make sure that he makes it there safe. If anything goes wrong, I'll be there to assist and help out. So that's the plan for Kermit. Still got quite a bit to do. So we made it all the way from Salt Lake City to Cedar City with no issues whatsoever. At that point, I knew that he'd make it all the way to Enterprise, which is the little town that he's from. So we went to lunch, said our goodbyes, and sent him on his way. And now I'm headed back up to Salt Lake City. It's a down and back trip all in one day. It's not super fun, but it kind of just is what it is. I just got to get home, got some responsibilities, got to take care of and whatnot. I am going to stop in Fillmore and visit my buddy Kyle. He's started on a new project. They're adding a vehicle to their fleet if they can get this thing back up and running. I want to kind of check it out and give them a quick shout out. It's Steven's Truck Power in Fillmore, Utah. Let's get there and then we'll meet with him and kind of show you what they're working on. Hopefully they can get that thing going because it'd be pretty cool. Anyway, back on the road and see you guys in a minute.
Over here, we've been pressure washing it best we can. Then we pulled the oil filter off and cut it up.
Just to see what's inside, yeah.
Yeah, and we're thinking that it's piston material in there. So it's actually a good sign because you should be able to rebuild it in frame.
Right.
If it was bearings and stuff, we'd probably end up
you just have to
doing the
yank
whole thing.
Sure. Anything low end.
We don't really know
Absolutely.
for sure because we got to pull the pan off, but that's our consensus thus far.
Got to put eyes on it before you know for sure, right? What year is this?
It's an 86 Peterbilt.
86 Peterbilt. Got the cab over.
A fun fact for you, back in the day they came, most of these were like hay trucks, and they came with a bed on them, so they were a truck.
Sure.
And then they just pulled the one trailer behind it, so they called it like a truck trailer or whatever.
Yeah, I had uncles that drove.
And then
these
that's like my
that.
grandpa drove a bunch, and so anyway, at some point in time they've ripped the bed off. In fact, I think that's where the bed was sitting, was on all those
Yeah, clear up to here.
They took the bed off and then they just put a fifth wheel over the drive axles, so it looks stretched, but that's actually how it was with the bed on it.
It's like a limo.
Yep.
Add a sleeper, bro. Oh, it kind of has a sleeper.
Yeah, it's a half sleeper. Enough for one fella.
It's got a twin. You'd have to stack up to sleep in there.
Yep.
If there's two. Don't do that. Uh-oh. Yeah? It still looks pretty wobbly.
When it falls off,
Don't stand under it. Well, it was clean till the door went flying open. Troy's garage doesn't work on anything this big. I'd need more than I need a scissor lift. I'm not standing on a ladder that long. Yeah, dude, that's pretty clean. Nice.
It's cool.
What are you going to use this for?
We don't know yet. Doing a big long series and giving it away, maybe. But
oh, wow.
That kind of hurts me a little bit. That's my dad talking. But I like it. I want to keep it and use it.
Turn it into a huge rollback, man. You could scoop just about anything.
Something like that, or like they have those detachable towing units for like semi trucks.
Sure.
Put on there for when we're in a bind or something.
Yeah. But
I don't know.
Add this to the arsenal for a little while at least, right?
A bunch of subscribers would probably make me a little more willing to give it away.
No, there you go. Subscribe. You heard it here.
Get 500,000, maybe we'll give it to one.
Hey!
Huh? Big goals.
Now we're talking. Just a little ways to go then.
Yeah. Old cat motor. My dad's not a huge cat guy.
Right. Yeah, he's a Cummins guy,
Big
right?
Cummins guy, but
yeah.
Probably.
Until they're not.
Budget-wise, we're going to end up rebuilding it probably because you can't afford to buy Cummins and put it in it. But
sure. Doesn't make it worth it.
No, and then just
doesn't make sense.
Everything's different. You know, the torque and everything's different, so then you end up needing different rear ends. But we are planning on pretty much we're going to pull everything off of this, paint the frame.
Oh wow, going all in, huh?
Yeah. Well, as of right now, kind of the plan. We've been back and forth with that. Maybe let's just get it running so that we can use it around the yard or something.
And then decide if it's really good enough.
Yeah, and that's probably what we're going to attack the engine first.
Right.
Once we decide how much money we have to put into that, we'll probably determine what else.
Sure, that makes sense.
Think we're still good for a round?
Oh. Those are Will Pops, not May Pops. Oh my gosh.
And when we picked this up, they were running it down the highway with a load of grain on it, some farmers.
They're idiots. They're asking for Steven's Truck Power to come scoop them out of a ditch. That's awesome. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate you guys. Remember to use those links down below. The ones to Amazon are affiliate links. They pay me a small kickback to send you there to purchase. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it supports the channel. Any of those purchases, all the money that I earn from that goes right back into the channel. So don't hesitate to use those. It doesn't cost you anything extra, like I said. You can click on any of those links, do your regular shopping, and I get a reward for that. So I really do appreciate that. It means the world to me. Also, if you could like, share, comment, do all those things, it's magical, makes my channel grow, and I appreciate that. With that said, that brings us to the end. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.